The system in America is carefully designed to keep the black community financially behind. Corporations spend billions studying how black people spend money, not how they build wealth. They don't need you rich. They need you consistent. They don't care about your future. They only care about your hard-earned black dollar. And if you think I'm exaggerating, ask yourself this. Why do billionaires and banks market products differently to black consumers than they do to white or brown consumers? We'll get there in a minute. The system spends billions learning how to make you spend and remain poor, not how to make you earn. They know what songs make you nostalgic. They know what colors make you hungry. They know what kind of limited drop will make a grown man act like rent is optional. Sadly, too many of us are caught in a money game where we keep paying for stuff that was designed to make us feel like we're not enough. And I'm not here to blame black folks. I'm here to explain what happened, why it makes sense, and how we get out of it. So let's talk. See, for a long time, the system didn't let black families build wealth the normal way. Not with the buy a house, build equity, pass it down plan. They had things like redlining, where banks and housing systems made it harder to get loans in black neighborhoods, even when people qualified. That didn't just block homes, it blocks generational wealth. People lean on what they can control, and one of the fastest things you can control is how you look. Because let's be real, sometimes in America, looking put together ain't just style. It's safety. It's respect. It's don't play with me. So yeah, clothes, cars, jewelry, those became more than items. They became armor. They became proof. They became I made it in a world that kept saying you won't. I really do. But here's where the trap comes in. The system noticed we use visible markers to feel safe and seen, and they built an entire machine around it. A machine that sells you confidence in monthly payments. Now hold that thought. My name is Big Daddy, and I've spent a long time studying the black American dollar, how it moves, where it goes, and how companies try to catch it like a net. I've studied the ads, the hype, the limited edition, the celebrity deals, the bank offers, the payday loan tricks, all that. And I came back with solutions that actually fit the average black person in America. Not just stop buying coffee solutions. Real solutions. The kind that work even if you got kids, bills, and a cousin who always between jobs. Because the goal is not to shame you. The goal is to help you win. Now, let me tell you about a smart philosopher who helped me see things different. His name was Denis Diderot. One day, he got a fancy new scarlet robe, and it was so nice, it made all his old stuff look ragged. Like the robe walked into the room and said, "Everybody ugly but me." And Diderot started looking around like, "Dang. My chair is tired, my table looked broke, my rug looked like it got a criminal record," and he started replacing things, one by one, trying to make his life match the robe. He even admitted it. He said, "I was the absolute master of my old robe. I have become the slave of the new one." That's the whole lesson right there, because that robe wasn't just cloth. That robe was an anchor item. An anchor item is that one big purchase that changes how you see yourself. And once you buy it, your brain demands your whole life match the new story. That's called the Diderot Effect. One new item triggers a chain of new spending. Now let me make it modern. You buy the $220 sneakers, now you need the fit. You get the fit. Now you need the watch. You get the watch. Now you need the haircut every week. You get the haircut every week. Now you need the car that matches the look. Now you got the car, and you can't even sit in it peacefully because insurance high, gas high, and the tires cost more than groceries. But you're still telling people, "I'm blessed." You're anchored, and your brain is chasing identity consistency. That just means your mind wants everything to feel like it belongs together. So when you buy something high status, your brain goes, "Oh, we this type of person now." It'll make your normal stuff feel like trash, just like Diderot did. He literally said his place lost coordination and unity once the robe came in. That's why people will buy one luxury item, then suddenly hate their whole closet. Nothing was wrong with your closet yesterday, but today you got a new robe, so now the closet, embarrassing. That's not you being dumb, that's psychology. And guess who understands that psychology really well? The system. They don't market products. They market belonging. They market, "You're one of us." They market, "You made it." And they use celebrities like megaphones. Because when your favorite rapper or athlete wears something, it stops being fabric. Now it's a message. And that's why industries don't just sell stuff. They sell identity, luxury fashion, fast food, payday loans, all of it. And payday loans? Let me get serious for a second. Researchers have found patterns where payday lenders show more black faces in their marketing than mainstream banks do. That's not random. And the same article points out payday loans can have crazy high interest rates, and a lot of people end up rolling the loans over again and again. So the message becomes, banks say, "We don't see you." Payday lenders say, "We see you. Come here." That ain't love. That's phishing. Now let's talk about the hidden math, because this is where people lose years of their life. I call it the chain reaction cost, because the price tag is never the full price. You think a PS5 is $500, the 4K TV you need, the extra controller, the headset, the games, the online subscription, the chair, the snacks, the "I deserve it" spending mood. Now your $500 turned into $1,500 without you even noticing. And that's how it always works. A luxury car isn't the payment, it's the lifestyle that comes with it. Because now you can't be pulling up with cheap tires. Now you can't be skipping oil changes. Now you can't be wearing regular shoes in the luxury car. Now you gotta park where it's safe. Now you gotta wash it. Now you gotta keep up. The car becomes a robe, and the robe becomes a boss. Now I'm going to give you Big Daddy's 3 rules. These are simple. They're not fancy. They work. Rule 1, predict the chain reaction. Before you buy it, ask, what else will this purchase force me to buy? If you can't afford the whole lifestyle that item demands, you can't afford the item. Not because you're broke, because you're not about to become a slave to the robe. Diderot said it best, "I have become the slave of the new one." Rule 2, buy one, release one. One new item comes in, one old item must go out. Donate it, sell it, give it away. Because accumulation is sneaky. You don't just accumulate stuff. You accumulate payments. You accumulate maintenance. You accumulate stress. Rule 3, keep status symbols humble. This one is the cheat code. A simple lifestyle lets your money grow. Because when your lifestyle is quiet, your money gets loud. Not loud on Instagram, loud in your savings, loud in your options, loud in your peace. Because real wealth is not, "Look what I bought." Real wealth is, "I can say no." Now let me bring it home, person to person. If you're an average Black American watching this, I want you to know something. You're not crazy for wanting nice things. You're not weak for feeling pressure. You're not broken for wanting to look like you made it. A lot of that comes from history, from being blocked, from being judged. And the system uses that and it sells it back to us with interest. So we gotta get smarter. Not angry, not ashamed, just smarter. Because the system studies how we spend. It's time we study how the wealthy build. Don't be a slave to the robe. Be the boss of your money. Now here's your homework. Go look at your last 5 non-essential purchases and ask yourself, was this for function or was this for identity? And if it was identity, cool. No shame. Just realize, identity should never cost you your future. Because you can't flex your way into freedom. You build your way there. And I'll be right here helping you expose the game, so you can win it. If you found the video useful, like the video and subscribe for more. Stay on the Know Black, folks, and see you on the next video.